Hi guys, welcome back. What I just did was mount the battery in there semi-permanently with a zip tie, and then I have the charging adapter sticking out the side, and I'll have access to the button there. So what I'm going to do next is figure out what I can attach to the top of this so that when I have this here, I can use the servo to turn the helmet. So now I'm looking through all my junk. I've salvaged from old VCRs and other electronics. These are a bunch of motors, a bunch of tiny screws. I'm going to need a couple of these tiny screws to mount something very small to that servo. And in here I saved a bunch of random bracket type things. And this, I was looking at earlier, might be what I'm looking for. I could just take off this part and use this triangle looking piece, mount this directly to the servo, and I can have this end sticking out of a hole in the helmet, and the servo will turn this and turn the helmet. And I think it's like the perfect length. Hopefully it just kind of comes off without tearing into the other part. Perfect. What's going to happen is this is going to be mounted to here, and it's going to turn with it. Looks like I got it. Let's plug it in and see what it looks like. It's gonna work perfect, I think. That doesn't look like it's going anywhere. It's pretty well in there. And if it comes out or shakes out or somehow pops out, I can just replace the zip ties. It's not a big deal. Just gonna cut those off. Let's turn it on again. I love watching it. It's pretty cool. So cool. So what I need to do is cut this out. So I got that little hole drilled out. It's pretty good. Nice and square, or so it appears. Now before I'm able to test this out, I really got to get everything stuffed in here real quick. Alright, the hole is not wide enough, so I gotta go widen that up a little bit. Take two. Or test two, I should say. Try it out. Oops. Well, it's a good first step, I guess. You can see inside there it hits that screw. I'm gonna fix that. I gotta trim a little more off of this. Alright, take 3. I had to drill the hole a little bit bigger because when this gets to this end, it kind of pushes on a little more because it's not perfectly centered, which is awesome. I mean, the way this works is so much better than just having something permanently mounted to the outside of this, because this thing can come in and out of this if it's not perfectly centered, which it's not. Anyway, let's try it again. Comes up for a second, but it's pretty good. I need to sand around this edge, get it nice and smooth, and sand around that edge. And I've also created these little brackets out of the battery terminal connectors that sat at the bottom of this. I repurposed them as brackets I'm gonna screw them right here, and one in the back, so this thing turns without coming up like that. I decided this ledge right here is just in my way. It doesn't need to be touching down. I don't need it there for any reason. I just need a tiny little ledge right here to hold it inside. So I'm going to cut this all the way around. This is the metal terminal connector I showed you earlier. I cut that in the other one I showed you in 2. Now I need to cut this one in 2 because I think I'm going to have 4 little clamps holding down the helmet. You guys would not believe how hard this metal is. I have broken a drill bit trying to get through that. Almost broke a couple Dremel attachments. And I still just cannot get through that. It's just blowing my mind. I just picked up this center punch today for seriously like 50 cents. I looked it up online. It's like a $35 tool. It's all rusted, but it works. And it's actually helping me create that hole in there. Okay, so I got these brackets on here to hold the helmet on, and I have 4 of them. It actually looks pretty cool. It makes the robot look pretty cool. This guy's come together just fine. I think that was a little too far out. They're not very even. Darn, I even measured it. What the heck did I do wrong? Anyway, let's see what it looks like and see if it slides well. Oh no, it's too tight. It's not even turning. Loosen these up a little bit. That was too much on that one. Now let's try it. Alright, looks pretty good. I have it where it's moving much slower now. What I need to do is just put some grease in there. You can hear it kind of jerking around a little bit. That's fine. So this is what I've been up to. I have a prototyping board here with an extra Arduino I'm using for the prototyping, and then I have in the middle there another Arduino Nano connected to the Uno, which in turn is going to operate the robot. So if I put my hand in front of one of them, the LED is going to turn blue, and it's going to go to position 180 up there. and then go back to 0, my hand's not there. If I put my hand in front of both of them, it's going to go in the middle. So later, when I get all that hooked up to a PCP board right here, and I get the eyes mounted onto the helmet, the front and back of the helmet, it should all fit in there pretty easy. And the eyes are actually going to control both the helmet and the wheels. So I'm going to have to upload 2 sketches, not just one. One sketch for the Uno, one sketch for the Nano. And here you can see I have them both up on my screen. This is the code running the Nano. And whatever the Nano does, it sends it over to the Uno, and then the Uno reacts accordingly. I think I'm going to wrap up this episode. So thanks for watching, and I hope you guys watch the next one. Thanks. Bye.